Seems like the doping menace is once again sweeping through the Kenyan athletics scenes, with two more marathoners being handed provisional suspension. The Athletics Integrity Unit on Friday afternoon announced that it had a provisional suspension for the 2021 Boston Marathon champion Diana Kipyukei and the 2021 Paris Half Marathon winner Diana Lempas over various drug breaches of the WADA rules. It comes the same week as two more Kenyans were handed 3-year bans by the AIU following doping admissions. Mountain running specialist Mark Kangongo and marathoner Philemon Karachan are both handed bans over positive identification and prohibited substance in their samples. Both athletes were questioned by the AAAF, and their respective explanations, including supporting documents, was subjected to detailed investigation by the AIU with vital assistance from the anti-doping agency in Kenya. So they both faced 2 counts of presence of prohibited substance. So I want to bring it back to you in the studio. And Ali, this comes after a month whereby we have seen Kenya dominating a summer where Kenya dominated most of the major European marathons and major meets. Remember, we won the Boston Marathon, the New York Marathon, and Kipchoge breaking that record in the Berlin Marathon. Most of these athletes are just, apart from the 2 ladies who had won the Paris Half Marathon and the Boston Marathon, most of them are upcoming athletes. Ali, what do you think? Do you think it's that ambition of wanting to be the next? What's causing this ugly head of doping coming back to the Kenyan athletes?
You know, I've never quite understood, this thing for banned substances, because in my mind, it's very simple. If this substance is banned, don't use it. So I don't know whether these athletes are using them, by accident, whether it's in maybe other substances or other things that they're allowed to use. I never quite understand that, because I'm here thinking, why would an athlete who's a top marathoner who knows they can randomly get tested, why would they deliberately go and use this substance that can put their career at risk? So that's just the one thing that has baffled me, because a lot of times when this news breaks, the athletes or their representatives come out and say, oh no, we're innocent, we did not do this. So to me, it's never quite clear. It doesn't seem to me like it's a perfect science, or maybe there's something I'm missing. Uno.
Here's the thing. If you notice that even those athletes themselves, what they say is that when they used it, the substance itself was not listed.
Okay.
It was not part of the whatever it is.
Of the banned substances.
Of the banned substances. So like now, if the guy is drinking, let's say Majiako or whatever, you've put sweetener or whatever was in that was
water.
not in the water was not listed as. It's listed probably after a while.
Yeah.
Right? And if you hear like what's his name, Gatlin, I think Gatlin.
Yeah.
There's some guys. He did not know because whatever he was using was not listed. So that's another thing. We don't know if we can't even say for sure. We don't know. We don't know if it's been listed.
To shed some light here, the 2 substances that are said to have caused issues for the athletes is triamcinolone, acetonide, which is a prohibited substance under the WADA prohibited list. It is a substance prohibited in competition when administered via certain routes. The other one is glucocorticoids. They're commonly used as therapeutic substances in sports, but they are prohibited in competition because when administered via prohibited routes. So it seems that this is a clear evidence of systemic effects which could potentially enhance performance and be harmful to health. So they say that the use of glucocorticoids by an athlete during an in-competition period requires a therapeutic use exemption or proof that administration is not via a prohibited route. So it seems these are things that athletes use. It just depends on the time that they are using them or how they were using them.
And the routes.
And the routes that they're using, to get them into their body.
Okay.
So I don't know if these are those where you consider the medical team of these athletes trying to bend some rules to give them a clear advantage, or it's just an error, a human error, would happen normally where humans are concerned. Anyway, moving on